Hello, my name is Kevin Migade Timothy, and behind me I have my graddy poster. Though today I'll be talking about my graddy paper. How have computers helped humans grow? How have computers helped us develop? Well, one thing we know for sure was that computers were not there in our early lives. We did not have computers as we're coming up as human beings. Why do we need them now than we needed them before? It's simple. As a growing human being, you have more wants and needs that you need, to be accomplished. The Kevin that was 5 years old is not the Kevin now. I have more things, more needs, more obligations, more duties that I have to do, like writing graddy papers, presenting my graddy fair, and talking about my graddy paper, and all of that, doing math assignments, environmental science. It's all wide, and we need computers to help us do all of this. Computers have very many advantages, very, very many advantages, and disadvantages as well. But today, what I'm going to be talking about are the advantages. So, we know that the way you're watching this is probably because, not probably, but it's a camera facing me and recording what I'm saying, and I have monitors projecting my graddy paper. This itself is an advantage. I mean, in such a crisis of COVID-19, how else was I going to present all of this information to you? It's through the computers that you can actually watch all of this. The glasses you might be putting on right now are designed by computers. Ever since the day the first generation computers came up, there's a way they have had a vital impact on our lives as human beings that we've reached to the extent where everything we do is powered or run by computers. And although most people do not agree, we cannot do without them for a day. Think about it. Think about it. If you put your computer down just for a day, just for a day, just a day will turn into decades. Why? This is why. You're not going to be able to know the weather outside. This means you not know whether you're supposed to put on something cold, something loose, something heavy on a cold day. You will not know if you have to take another route in case the bridge near you has exploded. I mean, minus the obvious reasons, there are so many reasons. There's so many things computers do for us in our daily lives that we do not see. Now, earlier I brought up COVID-19, right? I mean, there's some people who did not appreciate computers before COVID-19. And despite the fact that it's a really bad disease, it was really relevant in my graddy paper, given that it's a real life example I can give and everyone can relate to. There are people that do not like computers. I would not love to call them no screen timers, but believe computers are not healthy for you. Computers are the ones designing your medicines. Computers are the ones making sure that there are UPS systems that deliver those medicines to pharmacies and are not tampered with. Computers are more than computers. They're not gods, but they're devices we can always turn to find one or more needs of ours accomplished, especially in this time of COVID-19. No screen timers, and now at home using their computers, whether they like it or not. They're using their computers to carry out specific tasks that they would not have been able to carry out if computers were not there. I mean, how else would you do your work? You cannot go to work, it's against the state laws. You cannot write a paper and send it. First of all, you need a computer to print out that paper. And second of all, it would take a really long time if it is an urgent message that you have to get delivered. I mean, without computers during this time, it would really be a global crisis. I mean, half the world would not have food right now. There are computers that are helping people to plant and grow food, making areas that were not suitable for planting crops or trees more suitable for planting life that could not exist there. I mean, there are cells being genetically engineered by computers, though it might sound scary. There are cells being genetically engineered, plant cells being genetically engineered by computers for them to be able to sustain certain weather conditions. As I said, different computers have different reasons. Computers come in shapes and sizes depending on what their use is. Like the way that camera is there recording what I'm saying, inputting, and the way these monitors around, outputting, and the way I have my cell phone in my hand that does all of that. And yeah, but now we have computers that are with us in our daily day-to-day activities. Computers like Amazon Alexa. Amazon Alexa is a really handy computer. It's a really handy assistant. It can tell us the time, it can tell us the weather, it can remind us of what we're supposed to do, it can wake us up, it sets alarms for us, it can play us music, it can set appointments, it can do almost anything that you will need to be done on a computer. Alexa works in a really complicated way that might scare most people, but they still use it. And here's the way. Alexa has a microphone that is always on, listening and waiting for you to say Alexa, and it will come on and respond to what you're trying to say. Sorry, to what you're trying to tell it to do. This device, more like other devices like Siri and Google Assistant and all of that, are here to help you, but they are learning from you. Each and every time you say something to Alexa, she's getting that voice input and learning something new. She is teaching herself. She is developing on herself. It's like a baby. You're not going to stump 1,000 words of the English dictionary into a baby's head for them to start speaking English. They're going to understand this through continuously hearing those words and finding out what they mean to develop. Of course, Alexa does not have a brain, but she has a central processing unit that she uses to store all this information on. Just like a baby has a brain that can be developed, the central processing unit can be developed as well. Keep in mind, Alexa is not a baby. But what I'm trying to say, she keeps on learning. He or she keeps on learning. I don't even know if I should give it a gender. It keeps on learning as you speak to it. And this can be scary because its microphone is always on. I mean, what if you just killed your neighbor's dog out there and you're debating with your wife on whether you should hide the gun in the closet or the bathroom? I mean, the FBI can get information out of Alexa and use that information against you. I mean, it's possible, right? Privacy has always been a problem when it comes to computers. How sure is a person that they can trust a computer with all their information, bank statements, all of that? What if this information is all mishandled? Many people are aware that Alexa is always listening in their conversations, just what I said. But a lot of these people, including myself, do not worry that much about it because of the developed trust that we have for these devices. Not everyone finds it easy to trust computers. Some people do not even trust themselves. Some people don't even trust themselves. Even though various companies ensure third-party encryption, most applications are still hacked or compromised and information is gotten out of them that is private. A recent example is Hillary Clinton during her presidential elections. Her email was compromised in order to get information on her. You can find the link in my graddy paper, probably my last 5 pages, so I'd advise you to read the whole paper. Imagine Alexa was an actual person. Creepy, right? She would just be seated quietly listening in to all conversations until asked something. Even the most private conversations, she will be all ears in. This can be very creepy and scary, and yet the demand for Alexa type of devices continues to expand on the market. Is this because people have nothing they can do about it and consider the advantages over the disadvantages? I mean, there's so many reasons as to why I would continue using a computer even though I know it's reading the messages I send to my loved ones, messages I send to my friends. I mean, there's something about it that keeps on engaging us to use it. We're not brainwashed. Every human being has a brain and can fully make a choice of what they want to do and what they do not want to do. It's the matter of choice. We all have a brain to do that. But still, we find ourselves using these devices even though we know that our own private information could be compromised at a certain point. So, why is it that we continue using them despite the fact that we know they can easily give out our information to people that we might not want our information given out to? Read my graddy paper kindly. It has more information on that, and it has narrowed down more on what I'm trying to say. Again, my name is Kevin Migadi Timothy. Thank you for listening.